Hello, hello, and welcome to the Cruise Amigos. I'm just going to talk for a few minutes. If you're watching on playback, we're just going to allow a few of our people, our people to come in. I can hear myself talking.
Hello, can you hear me?
I wonder where that is. Ah, I know where it is. That's one. We are going live on Twitch.
It's working.
It worked. We are on Twitch.
See,
now, if you don't know what Twitch is, by the way, it's loads of young people. So it's working.
Twitch. Hi, Twitch.
We're on Twitch. That was me talking. Hello, welcome to the Cruise Amigos. Now, just to explain, today is going to be hopefully an exciting show. Two things. We're going to introduce our new on-screen Cruise Amigo.
Now, is this number one or number two?
To the world, John. To the world, yeah?
Is this number one or number two? You said two things. Is this thing number one or thing number two?
Well, that's going to be number two. Yeah.
Okay, what's thing number one then?
And our new Cruise Amigo is waiting in the green room to come on, waiting eagerly to get on there. Right, I can see our Cruise Amigo there. And also, we're introducing something called Chillies Bar. Yeah. Now, obviously, we all know Amigo Chili. If you haven't known what's been going on with Amigo Chili can't unfortunately come on live on screen at the moment. But Chili is going to be hosting Chillies Bar. Chillies Bar is our online chat. Yeah. So please go into Chillies Bar, yeah, and say hi to Chili, talk to Chili, talk about our show, ask us any questions. You know, that'd be wonderful. That's Chillies Bar. And just to explain how that is, there we go. Chillies Bar. Now, Chillies Bar is named after a famous bar on Carnival, I think the celebration, that was named after Amigo Chili, because Chili was there buying so many drinks for so many people. So it's a famous bar I think it's a Carnival celebration, if I got correct. That's Chillies Bar. There is our friend Chili. Boy, and if you want to see Chili, there he is. Chili is going to be hosting Chillies Bar every week, hopefully, yeah. And so, as I said, please talk to Chili, do your own thing, really, and let us know what's going to happen. Right.
Ace says, he bit me. He wants to talk to Chili. Ace wants to talk to Chili.
Now I want to talking about our new Amigo, our new on-screen Amigo. It's called Ace. No, it's not. Ace is not our new on-screen Amigo. Yeah. Now, just to let everybody know, we have what you don't know is behind the scenes. John and myself, yeah. We have been auditioning so many people. We put it out there to the world. You said, you know, we need a new on-screen Amigo while Chili is in Chillies Bar. So who would be interested in becoming an on-screen Amigo with the Cruise Amigo show? Because 2 weeks ago...
You guys were the worst.
I know. And what we did, we actually said, please send a photograph and please send your CV in. And we have been going through these all week, trying to work out who it can be, yeah?
I wish you guys sent vodka too, you know, and to drink all that vodka was just terrible. I mean, especially because I don't drink. So, you know, that really was tough on me. That was just really a hard thing.
It really was. Just to let you know, by the way, so far on Twitch, we haven't got anybody watching us, but we will see if they do. Right. So I'm going to go through. So we put it out there to the world. Who wants to be the new Cruise Amigo, yeah? And there's quite a few people who are unfortunately not working at the moment who are actually interested in becoming a Cruise Amigo. And they sent in their CVs. And the first one we got was him.
Yeah, you know. And he wanted a lot of money too. I mean, it would have been tough on the show, you know, to
I know. I mean, we thought about it, but we thought, do you know what? You're going to get us banned from social networks, aren't you? You're going to get us banned, so we can't do it there. And then we got another CV in, yeah? And I'm like, I
Yeah.
don't think so. And he was so keen to become a new Amigo, right, John? So keen. He actually sent us in his party trick. And there he is on a zip line over the River Thames. And they didn't drop him in. I see quite a few comments are coming in, by the way. We will be checking in on Chillies Bar. In fact, I'll have a quick look now to see as we go who have we got in there in Chillies Bar. And as we go through them all, we have Ladies in Chillies Bar. Sunny is in Chillies Bar. John's cat is the new Amigo. We have Nikki in Chillies Bar. Hi, Chilly. Hey, Nikki.
Oh, Chilly, what's going on?
Technical issues right from the top, yeah? Hi, lady. Hugs. Hang on. Pete has moved to vodka.
Well, when it's free, you know.
I haven't. We have Amigo patiently waiting to come on, yeah? So I'm just going to go back, yeah, of the people who applied to become our new Amigo. And we had another person who unfortunately hasn't got any work at this moment, is unemployed. And so he actually said, I would love to come on your show and be the new Amigo.
Yeah, but he's got too much baggage. The family baggage is too much.
Yeah, I can't. It would have been. I kind of agree with that. And then this other chap replied, yeah, and I unfortunately said to him straight away that unfortunately you're not. I don't even know who he is. So I said that you're I don't think you'd be right for the job. And he sent me another photograph. He's absolutely gutted. He wanted to be a Cruise Amigo.
No, I think he takes too many steroids, I think.
Do you know any idea who he is? You know,
no.
I mean, we only want people who are famous. You know, and we have some.
I think he's a soccer player.
Yeah, I don't know who you are, so I can't do it. Yeah, and then we got the next person who applied.
Huh?
Who are they? Who is he?
Well, I think he's a bull rider. You know, or a bull he works in the bull ring.
Yeah. Is a Amigo or something from the Three Amigos? Have you ever heard of the Three Amigos? Yeah, he applied to be on it. You know, he applied to be on it and stuff. Yeah, and then we got an application from a guy. Yeah, stupid name, right? I thought we can't have Amigo with such a silly name. It just doesn't work. I mean, Cruise Amigos, Tom Cruise. It's like it's tacky, isn't it? It's cheesy.
So would he be then a Cruise Amigo?
I don't know. I thought, you can't, a Cruise Amigo called Tom Cruise. It's like Pete Cruise, John Cruise, Chili Cruise. It just wouldn't work, yeah. And then you know what?
What would our children be called?
Exactly. I don't know. Yeah. And then we got this application, yeah. They don't even read the application, John. Right? This person applied to be a Cruise Amigo. He's never cruised. How can you be a Cruise Amigo if you've never cruised?
So would that be Virgin Cruise Amigo?
Absolutely.
Okay.
You haven't cruised. When you cruise, you can become a Cruise Amigo, but you can't. Then we had this.
He's virgin anymore, though. Didn't he take a non-virgin Cruise Amigo?
Well, actually, what's quite funny is this day last year, I was actually on his ship. I was actually in Dover. Yeah. on the overnight on the Scarlet Lady, of course, which has never cruised. So when you cruise, you can become a Cruise Amigo, but you need to cruise first. Yeah. Someone who has cruised. Do you know who this is, John? Does anybody in America know who this is?
Chingas.
Yeah. She wanted to be one of the Cruise Amigos as well.
Okay.
And I was like, I don't think you cruise enough to become a Cruise Amigo. So I didn't go for it, We got all kinds of applications. I have to admit, I did. John, you did want the next person to be our Cruise Amigo. I have to admit this. And I wasn't too sure. But, I mean, you did try to persuade me. But I kind of went against it.
Yeah, I don't like to hear.
Yeah, I know. It was a tough one, wasn't it? It was a tough one. We kind of thought about it. And then we thought maybe, I thought he'd make a really. I thought that was his kind of face when you saw that, really. Yeah, but Do we kind of fit in, the three of us? Do we kind of look? Does he kind of fit in with how we look?
But we don't have a dental plan, so.
Yeah, I think he would have worked in really well. I thought he was too good looking to be a Cruz Amigo.
Yeah, that's good. That's true.
Yeah. And then we got this chap applied. I'm like, I guess you need love, We don't want to be. We don't. What do you think, John?
Well, I don't know. I mean, the thing on his cap scares me a little bit. Is that looking into another dimension? What is that?
Well, I think we are in another dimension because the next person who applied was this person.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like,
phone home. E.T. phone home.
And then we got a lawyer. This lawyer applied to be a Cruz Amigo. And I'm like,
oh, yes, that one.
Come on. Really? Do you really want to be a Cruz Amigo?
The funny thing was that he wanted to keep going.
I know.
The judge pointed it out.
We're not far off. We're not far off getting to this exciting point of introducing our new Cruz Amigo. Yeah. The next Amigo, the next person who applied, I had to send in the email to him saying that unfortunately we had to turn him down. He was not happy, John. He was not happy, yeah. In fact, he was so unhappy. He wanted to know why, and I explained that you wouldn't allow him to, and so I did give out your address, John. I'm really sorry, but I'm sure you can sort it out. So he wanted to be, but I'm like, so he will be popping round to discuss it with you, John.
Okay, very good.
Yeah,
very good.
And the last application we got is we do not want anyone looking like this being a Cruz Amigo. It just won't work.
Well, it's the hat. It's the hat, the dress code. Dress code is just terrible.
We don't want to put people off, do we? So we can't have any Amigo looking like that. It's just not going to work,
Just not perky. He's not perky enough.
Yeah. So before we go to introduce our Amigo, I'm just going to go through some of these comments very quickly in Chillies Bar, because it looks like Chillies Bar is having some fun. There we go. Very, very quickly. Hey, Chilly, what's that special drink of the house today? Yes, I'd like to know. Rugby? Is that a drink? Hey, do you know what I love about Chillies Bar? Just get on with it. Do your own thing. Have fun. Talk about the show. Talk about what we're talking about. Katie there. Hi, Conchita. Hi, Sonny. Everyone's saying hi to each other. Is that Miami Conchita?
That's a drink, isn't it? I thought Miami Conchita was a drink.
Please, Conchita, let us know. Is it a drink? We'd love to have one with you. Hi, Chilly. Was that Bruce, that Who Never Cruises? 76 degrees. We're so jealous. Oh, so there we go. We're almost there. We're getting close.
Negative vibes, but what are negative waves?
I don't know. Hi, Chilly and the gang from Tom. Hi, Tom.
Hey, Tom.
I'm on the Bliss, by the way, from Miami to Barcelona, just so you know that.
Names every day. He drops names all
Boy, Pete, this bit's running too long. Yep. Chilly is, the Muppets. You remember the Muppets, the two old gits in the Muppets? Always taking the mickey out of what's going on. I think that's going to be Chilly, to be honest with you. Right. Okay. Enough of that. We now got another photograph, another application in, yeah. And as soon as I saw it, I'm like, Chilly, John, this is our new on-screen Amigo, yeah? And when we received this, we just had no choice. We just had no choice, did we? So,
who is that?
Ladies and gentlemen, we are so pleased to introduce anyone who's been watching the show before has seen. We have Martin. Hi, Martin.
Hola, mi amigos.
Martin is our new on-screen Cruz Amigo. Yeah. Introduce yourself to everybody, please, Martin, who don't know, who hasn't met you before. Please say hi.
Hi, I'm Martin. I'm based in Manchester, and I am absolutely delighted to be the newest Cruz Amigo. When I applied, it was just, I thought I might get through, but looking at those candidates, there was some brilliant candidates in there, and I'm so delighted that it's me this evening, and I'll be joining you every evening. Every evening, no, it won't be every evening. It'll be every Sunday evening, and I'm delighted to be with you guys.
We are delighted, John. I am especially delighted, yeah, because this is episode 48 of the Cruz Amigos show from London and from Virginia as well, yeah, can you believe, yeah? And for 48 episodes, yeah, I have been outnumbered. Alison's loving it, but I've been outnumbered. There has been 2 Americans and 1 Brit. Just 1 Brit, yeah? John.
Now two.
Guess what, John? You're now in a minority.
You think that I'm in a minority?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're in the minority.
Alrighty.
As far as the on-screen side of things is concerned, because we got Chillies and Chillies Bar, which evens things out, yeah? Episode 49 will be in the Twilight Zone. Sonny, we have been in the Twilight Zone for the last year, if you ask me. We really have, yeah?
There's still 2 Americans here.
So if you don't know, Martin, yeah? Martin, you were on our show a while back, yeah? And, you know, you were able to get a potato head, yeah? We gave a potato head because Chillies Bar is potato head chili. There's John, absolute, you know, there, and there's me, Potato Pete, yeah, Potato Pete. So, just to let everybody know, Martin, you've been doing your own show recently, yeah. You've had some other. Please tell us of the amazing guests from the cruising industry who have come on to talk about their cruise lines that they represent, because it's absolutely unbelievable. Just please go through the list of the people you've had on and the people that you're going to have on in the next few weeks as well, please.
We've had Norwegian Cruise Lines, Royal Caribbean, Celebrity, Emerald Waterways, which is now Emerald Cruises. We have had Saga Ocean. We've got Saga River coming up. We've also We've got MSC coming up this week. I'm trying to think. It's just been tremendous. I'm trying to think of who else have we got this week. Oh, I've got an evening in Venice with Uniworld,
Wow.
Boutique River Cruises. We did an evening in India a couple of weeks ago. The suppliers and partners that we have are clambering to talk to people and just come live and chat live, you know, and tell you what, answer questions. You know, lots of people have got questions out there, and it's just been brilliant that they've come along and they'll keep coming along and forever and ever, hopefully.
Now, John, we can't wait because, you know, Amigo Martin has such amazing contacts and people he knows in the cruising industry for all the years that you've been in it, Martin, which I think is what 80, yeah. Too many, isn't it? Yeah.
25. About 25 years I've been in the industry.
Wow.
And different guises, from being cabin crew, checking people in, to selling holidays and cruises.
Wow.
So I've been right around the block, shall we say.
So, John, we are so looking forward to having some of Martin's friends live here on our shows, aren't we?
Absolutely. This is going to be fun. This is going
If
to be
they're
fun.
brave enough to come on, what do you think?
I might have to give them a pre-warning.
Yeah, don't let them see these shows. Just so they know. I'm just going to go very, very quickly check in to see what's happening in Chillies Bar. He has a cat that has 9 lives, so there's 10.
10 Americans here. There's 10 Americans here.
Very good.
Still
Yeah.
are outnumbered, so.
John's not in the minority. He's catty because it all out. Oh,
Thank you,
getting it
Sonny.
here. That's
Thank you.
good. Yeah, I love it.
I got
it. Hola, Martin. Bonitos. We have from Conchita. Hola, Conchita. Mi
Hola.
español es muy malo. Muy malo. No hablo español. Huh? Martin, help me. I need to travel on a beach now. Absolutely.
I'm amen to that.
Welcome, Martin.
Hi, Nikki.
Wonderful.
After
lady.
25 years, you get to put up with Pete. Chilly. Yeah, we're going to get it, guys. We're going to get it, aren't we? I can see that. Yeah. Well, we're not even on the boat yet, are we, Chilly? Alison, can't wait for the new shows. We're going to have, I hope that we're going to have some exciting guests on our show from the cruising industry, and I know Martin has some incredible contacts, and if they are brave enough to come on our show, it would be wonderful. It really will be. Robert, hi, Rob. How you doing? Hi, Cruise Amigos. Yes. Right. We actually do have we're 20 minutes into the show. We kind of do have a show today, guys, for our first one. We don't have any guests yet, but today's show was talking about, and please talk in comments, what was your favorite ever cruise? Now, for one, I've only been cruising 5 years, and one of those years I've not been on a cruise ship. Great time for me to start cruising, so obviously I don't have a huge amount of choice. Now, Martin, I can't wait to find out what your choice is, because you've got 25 years cruising. I was, and then John, John, my actual choice of cruise, actually, you were on it.
Well, of course, just by my very being on the ship would make it your best cruise. So, and I'm not speaking from ego here at all. I mean, just my very presence on the ship would have done that for you. So,
Anthony's asked a question, by the way, because we will go through stuff. Any whispers about when the UK resume cruising? We haven't got any whispers at the moment, because Martin actually had Kirsty for Norwegian Cruise Line as your guest, didn't you? And she was talking about maybe doing some test cruises with Norwegian Cruise Line, maybe when it starts up. So we still don't know yet, Hey Rob, how's your day been? There, talk to each other. That's great. That's what we love. Add Sean. Sun Viking Royal Caribbean, 1978.
1978. Conchita. How many oarsmen did they have on that boat, Conchita?
Wow. I wish, Conchita, I had discovered cruising then. I really do. So my favorite cruise was my second cruise. My first cruise, we did a show about, Martin. Mm-hmm. And as Chilly would remind everybody, we'd gone 25 minutes into the show and we hadn't even got on the boat. Right?
30.
But something like that. So we are actually, funny enough, quite a way into the show already, and we haven't got into the boat yet. But I've got mine of photographs, and you guys are going to share your screen for yours. I'll go. Who shall we start with? Do you want to start with me, or do you want to start with John? And I'll start with me and get through it very quickly. My favorite cruise was a transatlantic, and my first ever solo cruise as a solo cruiser amongst other solo cruisers as such.
Was that your first one that I was on with you? Was that your first trans?
My first transatlantic, yes, it was.
Oh,
John.
Man, okay.
That I'll go through some photographs pretty quickly, yeah, so I don't bore everyone to death, and before Chilly starts having a real go at me. But as my first transatlantic cruise, it was on the Norwegian Cruise Line. It was on the Epic. It was in November. I did a back-to-back actually, but I'm going to talk about the transatlantic. It's from Barcelona, I think, to Miami. I think it was, John. Yeah. It was Florida anyway. And when you start your first cruise, I mean, Martin, obviously, it's always great, isn't it, to go to a hotel beforehand and enjoy Barcelona. And me being a football fan, I managed to get to enjoy this amazing place. Wow. This is Barcelona Football Club, yeah? And the day before I cruised, they were playing a game. And I turned up there. And there I was, me in the stadium. But what I didn't know, so if you're going to go to Barcelona before a cruise and there's a game on, honestly, go and watch the game. It was Barcelona versus Seville, and it was Lionel Messi's 500th appearance for Barcelona. And I didn't know it's an open-air stadium. See, it's an open-air stadium. It's got no roof. I didn't know that. The heavens opened. I got drenched. I'm not joking. There was a storm. It was coming down like that. I was drenched. And I was like, do I stay and do I go home now drenched, or do I stay and watch the game? And I stayed and watched the game. And I was completely drenched out, but it's absolutely worth doing it. My first view of the epic boarding. And by the way, I stayed in a hotel near Barcelona Stadium, so I had to take a taxi I was going to take the bus to the ship, because then there's a free bus that goes to the port. And guess what, guys? I got out of my hotel with my suitcase, checked out. I went to the bus stop. I stood at the bus stop to get the bus. Police cars arrived, closed off all the roads, beginning and end, and put up big signs saying Barcelona half marathon.
Half what?
No buses. They closed it all off. I had to jump in a taxi. I had to pay money and jump in a taxi. You know, right. That's the first time I saw it as I got on there. Very quickly go through some of the photographs of my experience on the Norwegian Epic as a solo cruiser. If you haven't gone with Norwegian before, they are great. They're one of the great cruise lines for solo travelers. Yeah. And of course, don't we wish we could do this again, guys?
You gotta go do it.
We do.
I better check in. We've got so many comments that's gone in there, but I better check in what's happening with Chile, by the way. We had that. Oh, thanks. Hours and hours. Hey, Pete. Hi, Sonny. We've got Sunny Travels is in the house. Sunny Travels. Hi, Justin. How you doing? Justin runs Sunny Travels. And we've met Justin. I've met Justin on a cruise as well, which is fantastic. That was on the Encore. Emily says, good evening from New York. Hi, Emily. Welcome. Oh, it wasn't with me. No, it wasn't with you. My favorite is Norwegian Star. February 29th, 2020, Buenos Aires to Santiago. 14 days. Beat them at a Bermuda cruise. That was a leader. Wow.
It's a
Tom.
nice itinerary.
What a great itinerary. And that's not long ago, was it? I mean, just after that, we couldn't cruise again.
That was, last one.
Hi, Emily. Dodgy day. Yeah, but Chillies a dodgy geezer, as we would say, wouldn't we, Martin?
Harsh, man.
I got Chilly back, giving me all the abuse, yeah? Justin from Sunny Travels. It's got a Facebook page, by the way. My first ever cruise of Norwegian Epic. And I'm on the Epic this January. I hope you are. I'm meant to be on the Epic in October, by the way, on that one. From Rome. We will see on that. Emily, welcome to the new Amigo. Watch out for Pete and John. Martin.
You didn't tell me all this. You didn't tell me all this, Pete, when I signed up, did you? You know, it was, I thought, I'll come on, you know, now I'm getting all the warnings off everybody. Is it really that bad?
And this is coming from someone in New York, yeah? You know what these New Yorkers are like. Oh, Emily, love it, love it. Nikki, favourite cruise, Emerald Princess. That was my first ever cruise ship, by the way, in the New Zealand fjords. Wow, that must have been incredible, Nikki. Emily says, good luck, Sunny, yeah. Tom, we were on the Epic in April. We're on the Epic April 2021, but alas, no more. April 2021. Okay, obviously you've cancelled that one. Emily, I'm planning to go anywhere until 2023.
I think she means she's not. She's not, I think.
Yeah, and hopefully you're going to plan to go on the Bliss, aren't you, Emily, on the transatlantic? Justin, I know it's at least not at the US. Yep, absolutely, Justin. There we go. Alison, I was on that TA too. Yes, you were. Wait till I show all the photographs, Alison. Emily, what happened to the Bliss TA? You took me into it. That was, hang on, son. Emily, what happened to Bliss TA? You taught me into it. Yeah, get on it, Emily. We'll talk about that. We got loads more. Yeah, has H2O, fantastic. We got all, keep chatting in Chillies bar. Yeah, I'm going to go back. Oh, hell yes. Oh, well, yeah, thank you, Chilly. go back to my photographs, right? That's where we were. We all wish this will happen soon, won't we? We really do. Our first stop, by the way, this was in November, was in the Costa del Sol. Look at that sky, guys.
Amazing.
Look at that sky. And do you know what I loved about cruising on the solo cruises is that you get to meet people, going to shows with people, going to dinner with people. Yeah. You have to get to know the crew, by the way. As I did. Yeah. There we are, having fun. Now, loving the bars. Loving the bars. Now, I got a story about this chap here, yeah? See this chap to your left?
Yeah.
I was in the cabin waiting to watch the Beatles live for the first time. I was there an hour earlier, right, to get the best seat in the house.
Is he from South Africa? Is that guy from South Africa?
I'm not sure.
Okay. I think he is. I've got his phone number. I let him use my phone to call his daughter in South Africa.
Wow, there you go. Yeah. Small world. Well, I'm waiting, guys. I've got the best seat in the house right at the front to watch the Beatles live, because if you don't get in there early, you don't get a seat. And they are amazing, yeah?
Rickish.
3 minutes before they're due to go live, this chap turned up, yeah? And obviously, he had a stick, and there's nowhere to sit. Nowhere to sit. Because he was already late. He was just stood there next to his friend there. And I'm like, looked at him, I'm like, have my seat. Have my seat. So he had the best seat in the house to watch the whole show. And I was stood at the back. But it was worth it. If the Beatles live wow, they are just amazing. The cabin looks like, it's a reconstruction of the original, in Liverpool on some of the Norwegian ships. And of course, there were 5 Beatles, by the way. And the 5th Beatle was Peter, wasn't it? Peter Best, is it?
Yeah.
There he goes. There's the 5th Beatle.
I give up.
And these are a few great shots, because we went in. Our first stop was the Azores, yeah? Ponta Delgado, you pronounce it, guys? Yeah?
Yeah.
Cloudy, rainy, but I thought, I've got to go. I went to the front, and I got the open top cruise bus, right? There's the Epic from there. Look at the sky. Open top cruise bus, open top bus to go around the island, tour bus, yeah? I really recommend it. But I've got a photograph that I took on that bus. That is one of my favorite photographs ever in the cruising world, yeah? Because look how happy I am, but look behind me. I don't know who he is. The chap in the black.
He's not happy. He is not happy, is he?
Look at the weather on the top deck, yeah? That's not a happy chappy, is it?
God.
That's not a happy chappy. And that was him on there, yeah? And what I love about going on the cruises, guys, is watching the sun go down.
Yeah.
When we're on top deck again, and we can watch that sun go down all together, that would be wonderful. Hi, Tim is here, by the way. I'm going to say hi to Tim in a minute. I've just seen your message, Tim. Hi, Tim. Watching his lovely sunsets go down is just incredible. It really is. I mean, but the reason I fell in love with cruising and the cruising world is the people that we meet on the ships, yeah? Which is absolutely what we have. Somebody watching on Twitch, by the way. Thank you. Love it. Hey.
Twitch.
Hey. The people that we meet on board. Isn't that just incredible? I made so many friends on board. It was just wonderful, yeah? And also, again, what I love about that cruising was discovering the wonderful food that you have on the Epic. As it's made for you in front of you. How incredible is that? Washing it down with a Japanese cocktail and then a cocktail on deck. And obviously, guys, the next photograph is what you do once you obviously had all that food. You have
That's
to go
what
in
I,
there,
that's not what I do when I have all that food.
What do you do? You know, partying on deck. Look at that. Partying on the open deck is just wonderful. When you park up, seeing other cruise ships next to you is wonderful. And I did the back-to-back, yeah, which meant I didn't have to get off the ship in Miami when everybody else did. I could stay on the top deck. And because I was staying in my same room, I didn't have to do the muster drill. So I'm there on top deck by myself. And then security turned up. And I'm like, I can be there. I'm fine. But the biggest reason I had this memory of this wonderful first cruise, and I did it again in 2018, and 2018 was as good as this cruise, but I went for the first one, is that is the reason I fell in love with cruising solo. So there you go, chaps. What do you think?
Fantastic.
Wow. It looks like an amazing cruise. I mean, I'm sat here now thinking I'd happily just pack my case. In fact, not pack it, it's actually packed ready to go and just go today. I just want to be back on the ocean waves. Like you said, Pete, you know, the sunsets, the sunrises. It's just what cruising is all about, meeting new friends. You know, the staff are amazing, you know, and it's the law. You do have to get to know the staff, and they get to know you before you get to know them, because they'll know your drink before next time you're at the bar, which is what one of the guys on one of our cruises will talk about, knew exactly what it was.
Chillies gone. Okay, enough of you, Pete. Let's go. What is the cruising's pretty, not dicky. Let's mingle in. Pete the gentleman, thank you, Sonny. Really appreciate that. Agreed. Yeah. Chillies agreed with something. The Epic Beatles were the best. Loved them, says Sonny. Yeah, absolutely. Conchita, his wife made him go on the tour. Yeah, you're so right, Conchita. Tim, you okay? Still fat and ugly. Hi, Tim. Welcome for joining us. And Tim, yeah, he's still fat and ugly, by the way. You don't. Tim's a friend of mine, in case you don't know who that is. Yeah, Conchita. And right, bye everyone. Lunch bell rings. Tom, you can't go. You're not allowed to.
You got to stay.
And the crystal was awesome. Okay, so who should we go to next? Who should we go to? Should we go to? We got to go to our guest, haven't we? Amigo Martin.
That would be
I'm
correct.
going to share your screen and see if this works. Yeah. Add it to the stream.
Look at that! Wow.
We're with you.
I will tell you it's a little bit of a backstory to my favorite cruise. And being in the industry, I was lucky enough to get on board Celebrity Eclipse as she sailed backwards down the River Ems as she was built. So nobody had been on the ship apart from workers, and we actually got to sail her backwards. And that picture there is the Mayerwerft shipyard where she was built. That big building if you're looking at it at the right-hand corner, is where she was all built. And then they sailed her out, and then they literally flood the river to let it out. And people line the river to watch these huge ships actually sail down the river. And it's just, it's amazing to be on board, but it must be amazing to actually be literally on the riverside watching them. But one of the things, a little story, a couple of years before, they had to sort of, one of the cruise lines, I won't mention who, one of the ships was sailing backwards, and it knocked out part of Germany's electricity supply because they hadn't measured right, because it hit one of the pylons, one of the wires, so it knocked off out half of Germany's electrics.
Hey, Dietmar.
So, but yeah, I mean that's just an amazing Eclipse sits in my heart. Celebrity Eclipse, it really does. One for that. But also because of this, what we did, when my name is actually, I've wrote my name in one of the lift shafts, signed it. So my name is actually sailing around the world on Celebrity Eclipse and has done since she's been built. So that's my claim to fame on that one.
Do you do that on every ship you go on, by the way, Martin?
And what, do I go graffiti in all the ships?
No, do you write graffiti in the lifts?
Yeah, every single one. Martin was here, then a year. No, it was just this one, and it was a special thing for us because part of the industry. There's only a few of us on board, some journalists and things like that. But it's one of those things that sort of sits with you, because it was just, hang on, I've lost my mouse. Where's my mouse? There we go. When you're sailing down the river, as you're coming along, you see them lift the bridges and things like that. And it was just amazing to be on board. And just looking at that gap, you think how big that cruise ship is, and to actually sail through. And, you know, we had to get through that gap there. And it was just amazing. But Celebrity Eclipse was my favorite. Not my first cruise. My first cruise was Celebrity Century. I've done other cruise lines. It's not an advert for Celebrity. There are other cruise lines out there, and I've been on many more. But it's in my heart. It really is. So we actually, there she is, when we got on board in Southampton. It was a 16-night Med and Adriatic cruise. Longest cruise I'd ever been on with the husband, and it was like, oh my God, are we really going to enjoy this 16 nights? So we were like, okay, let's do it. So absolutely amazing ship. She's beautiful. She's very, I'd just say, it's just a name on the side. It's just so clean, but it's just a beautiful ship. I absolutely love her, as you can tell. So as you imagine, what can you do when you're going through the Bay of Biscay? So we decided to go to the hot glass show. Now, season cruises. Now you will probably know this, Pete, and I'm sure, John, if you've done the Bay of Biscay, it goes to one of two ways. It's either really smooth like a milk pond, or it's rough as hell. And I mean, this one day it was rough as hell. It was chucking it down. It was blowing a gale. There wasn't much on in the afternoon, so we went to watch the hot glass show. It was that cold that I had to wrap up so warm. It was just horrendous. It was like I was sat there shivering, but I thought, I want to see how they make a vase. that was through the bay. And this was, I think it was in Malaga, I think this one was. It's some of these. It's like going through somebody's pictures in it, you know, when you get home off holiday and you're like, really, just crack the wine open to the champagne, will you? And then one of the places was Dubrovnik, and this was one place that I absolutely love, because we were on, if you walk the walls in Dubrovnik, it's the former Yugoslavia, and you can actually still see the bullet holes in the houses and the derelict buildings and things like that. Absolutely amazing. It was absolutely beautiful. Another picture there. I mean, that was my slimmer days when I didn't have a beard as well, as you can see. You know, now it's very grey, and I'm thinking about getting a job as Father Christmas. Let's have a little look. So that was in Malaga. Is it Malaga? I think that one. You have to have a bit of fun on your cruise. I've no idea where the hat came from, but it stayed on the cruise for about the whole way through. So that's me in one of the nightclubs in my younger days. In those days when we could go out to a nightclub, you know, we can't even do that now. Can't even go to the pub for a drink, can we? You have to have the obligatory lovely picture. That was the Strait of Gibraltar. You know, glass in hand, of course, sailing through. That was. I should have put at the bottom where it was, shouldn't I? I made notes.
Yeah. We've got a guess. Does anybody recognise where that is?
Yeah, there we go. Competition. Answers on a postcard, please. I think it was.
Well, it's the same church there. So wherever it was, that's that same church that has the big entrance. So
that's it. Walking the walls in Dubrovnik is a fantastic experience. It is. It takes a long time. It's very strenuous, but it's worth doing. Take your time. This was this was in Malaga. We decided we'd been on a lovely cruise ship. Let's go to the other end of the spectrum. So we got on a pirate ship. Now, in Malaga, I used to be cabin crew, like I said before. So I've been to Malaga, hundreds of times. So with the hubby Adam, so let's just have a walk. So we found this ship, and it was beautiful. It was how cruising used to be. And I just think, well, you know, would you really get on that? But I'd love to do one of these sail ships. Have you seen the sail ships now that you can do? Which I'm sure we'll chat about at some other point. But I'd love to do one of them where all the rigs are up and it's powered by wind and things like that.
I'm sure you can arrange it for us.
Was that a him, Pete?
Yeah.
So this was me being king of the ship. Geez, I'd say I'd put on weight there, but I think I'm about the same weight now after lockdown, right? As you said before, Pete, the sunsets. What we used to do was on Celebrity, on the newer ships, you've got the sunset bar. And what we do is we go for a drink before dinner and, watch. And it'd be really quiet because everybody'd gone down for the early dinner and we were on late. And we just have a walk around. And like I said before about the staff getting to know you, there was a guy on the Eclipse called Miloš. And he got to know us really well. And he was a great guy. He was from Slovakia. First night, I like my gin and tonics and we'd have a cocktail. So he said, just recommend a cocktail. So we do one. This went on, but then we found out when we were getting our cocktails, they were in these huge glasses. So a girl came up, she said, "Oh, can I have one of them?" And she said, "What is it?" "Oh, it's a Long Island iced tea." So she got one and she got one in a tiny glass like that. And she went, "Why is this bigger like that?" And he went, "Because they're special." And then just walked off and left her. And I thought, well, I am quite special. You've got to look after us.
I have bad memories of Long Island iced tea, by the way, Martin.
Oh, did you have a bad time on it?
An American guy said to me, "Let me get you a drink, Pete, on my first ever cruise." And he goes, "I'll get you a Long Island iced tea in the daytime." And I thought, tea sounds good to me. I'll have that. I hadn't got a clue what it was. I thought it was tea. And he got himself one and he got me one, yeah? And of course, you all know what a Long Island iced tea is, yeah? And guess what? I drank mine and he didn't even finish his.
Oh, God. I do love my cocktails at sunset and before dinner. And then, there's the Lawn Club on board. Again, another lovely sunset. If anybody doesn't know about the Lawn Club, it's actual real grass on a ship. They actually have a gardener on board the ship that maintains the grass. Yeah, and that's his full-time job, And I've seen them going around with a pair of scissors to make sure that it's all cut to the same level. That's the standard you get on cruise ships, which is absolutely amazing. And I think, was that my last one? Oh, no, this was,
Venetia.
This is my highlight. Say it's going into Venice and just, if you can sail out, sailing in is great, but if you can sail out of Venice, it's just one of the most, it's a bucket list and it's so romantic and so amazing because you've got this huge ship sailing out of this port. And when you look down, you're like, really, are we that big? But yeah, I mean, Venice, we didn't get on a gondola because we were only there for a few hours. But we went on the gondola ride. We went to see a gondola because you have to.
Oh, yeah.
Here's my little tip for anybody who goes to Venice. Do not go and eat right near St. Mark's Square. Go off and just by Rialto Bridge, there's a load of little small restaurants and it's a lot cheaper, an awful lot cheaper. We got that table, was literally right on the canal side and we had the most amazing meal. What were you going to say, something, John?
No. Chili made a comment and I'm saying, no. Keep going. Amigo Martin.
Of course, you've got to have, picturing St. Mark's Square. And then that was us sailing out of Venice. I mean, that sunset and you can just see up the Grand Canal and it was just, we're on a ship and look how high, the picture doesn't do it justice. It really doesn't. But that was my ultimate trip. And it's been my favorite of all the cruises I've done. It has been my favorite.
Is that all the photographs, Martin?
It is. You can wake up now.
Wow. I'm so gutted because we were meant to cruise out of Venice this year and I've had to cancel my cruise because I couldn't afford it, unfortunately. And I had a hotel booked really cheap, for 2 nights in overlooking St. Mark's Square. Could you believe?
Oh, my.
Absolutely gutted about that. Thank you, Martin. Wow. That's incredible. It looks wonderful. And John, I guess it's time for you, isn't it?
Oh, no. It's going to take me 30 minutes to get on the boat.
Yeah, hopefully we'll be finished by tomorrow. John,
yeah. No, we'll save it. We'll save it for another day.
And it's food. Go for it, John.
Pete, I have many high quality slides of the most wonderful cruise that I was ever on.
We have time, John.
You think so?
Yeah, we make time. We make time. It's a special first episode. We'll make time because some idiot talked forever at the beginning. I don't know who it was, by the way.
Well, my memories of cruises are, first of all, I don't know if I've ever even actually kind of formally announced it, but one of the businesses that we have here, which is really kind of exciting because it's taken a turn based on one of our newer businesses. Our newer business, is hemp. And I don't have the samples on this side of the farm today. But we're very, very excited right now because we are working every day to create entrees and, of course, sides and even desserts. No, Kitty, not right now. No.
Yes, Kitty, go for it, Kitty.
He wants to fight me like a lion, and it's like, no.
Go for it. Go for it, Kitty. Shh. Come on, Ace. Go for it.
Is that we create. I hear an echo. Nope, it's gone now. We create entrees, sides, and desserts for restaurants all over the United States. And the exciting thing is we're now doing it with the hearts of the hemp seed, and they're just really fun to play with. And we're deconstructing sushi and doing all sorts of things like that. But that's one of the reasons why. And this is going to sound really weird to all of you cruisers that are, just absolutely hooked on cruising. But I didn't go on my first cruises to go cruising. I went on cruises to tear apart and take apart and capture every kind of food that was on the cruise ship to create and gather ideas and do all of these kind of things for this business. And so when you ask me, Pete, what's my favorite cruise? I would tell you that my favorite cruise is my next cruise. Always. My favorite. And now that's been stolen from me, because that would have been last November. And that was stolen from me. And I'm still kind of miffed about it. Because I did everything that I was supposed to do with this thing that's been happening to us to be able to go on that cruise. And it just got pulled away from me. Now, of course, I'm booked for next year on it. But so then if it can't be the next one, it's the last one I was on. And the last one that I was on, of course, and there again, the question comes out all the time, have you ever had a bad cruise? And, I got to tell you guys, I've never had a bad cruise, and I've never had a bad airplane flight. Now, I can tell you I've almost crashed a couple of times, but I've never had a bad airplane flight. Because
was that when you were actually piloting the plane, John?
No, I've not. That could come later, and that could change my view on that. But I'm telling you guys, to me, the ability to go out on a commercial jetliner and board a plane and take off and to, go 200 miles an hour down the runway and take off into the sky and actually fly and end up 300 miles, 3,000 miles away in a number of hours, to me is just an unbelievable thing. And I think that people in the travel business take that for granted. We don't talk about how exciting just the act of going somewhere is. That gets lost in our daily business and our where do you want to go? Las Vegas. So, for here, Martin, Las Vegas is a big destination. Skiing in the Colorado mountains is a big destination. Going to New York for the weekend, and it's just I made $120 commission, blah, blah, blah. This is still, this is a big deal to some people that have never actually been able to do that yet. And they're 35 or 40 or even 50 years old. And it's like, do I have to give the guy my ticket when I get on the plane? What do? They don't have it. Can I go to the bathroom anytime I want? And, we think of them as newbies, but this is still a big deal. And I don't take that for granted. I don't take it for granted that I'm just, in my life, it has worked out that I get to fly in the front of the plane.
John, can I say something, by the way?
Yeah.
You can never ever take the mickey out of me ever again and go, "Are you on the boat yet?"
No. And that's why. So I'm just showing you here. The first thing I did when I got in the Norwegian Star on my last voyage across the pond from Barcelona, and I had a lot more pictures before this of flying over on Swiss Air. I got to ride on Swiss Air for the first time in my life. So I United from Fargo to Chicago, and I had some wonderful pictures of the Polaris first class lounge in Chicago. It's been completely redone, and I got to tell you, folks, if you can finagle it any way you can, get into these first class lounges if you have a couple hours layover, and just enjoy. You can take a shower in your own. It's not a locker room at school. It's beautiful. They're all marble. It's your own place. You can dry off completely and just get ready for your flight. And but that all happened, and the Swiss Air has got some 7X7s that the business class suites or the business class cabins, they have some seats in them where it's like a blank and you and a blank. You are like the king of like 9 feet by 9 feet. It's only you. There's 3 of these seats on every airplane in business class.
Wow.
And I finagled one. They're called thrones. They're called the throne seats. Have Martin get you one when you're coming to America.
Yeah,
if you're
Martin, sort that, please.
I'm sorry?
Sort that, please, Martin.
Well, and it's wherever Swiss Air goes from, Zurich or Frankfurt to America. And I landed one without any, it was open, and I called up and I said, "Can I move my seat to that?" And she says, "Well, yes, Mr. Reitmeyer, you can." And all of a sudden I'm flying in the throne seat, and it was amazing. Wow. It's just an amazing experience. We're coming into Zurich, and it was there was clouds, and the pilot is saying, "If you look out to the right of the plane, you'll see the Matterhorn sticking out above the clouds." And it's one of the big highlights of my life, to have done that. There's the Matterhorn, beautiful sunshine on the top of clouds, kind of rainy when we landed, but there's the Matterhorn sticking out over the tops of the cirrus clouds. These are awesome experiences that I think we forget as we talk about, let's get busy and get on our next cruise. And that's the parts that to me just really stick out. So here, when I got on the Star in Barcelona, first thing I did, because my room was ready, I dumped my bags, and I had a mid-cabin balcony, and I just went and started. I did not eat everything, by the way, that you see that I took pictures of. I do want to make that clear, and I got to click it down here. So, no, see, I didn't want to. I thought I was going the wrong way.
Oh, well.
This is the way I want to go. Hang on. I needed shots for Twitch, or no, not Twitch. What's it called? Tinder?
Twitch. Don't know.
Yeah, but why am I? Why did I thought I was past all of the entry photos.
Okay. Where have you gone?
I'm going back. Oh no, I went off because I want to go to the shots that I want to show you.
Okay.
It was going backwards. Okay, yeah. So here we are. All right, let's go this way. And now I'm going to share again.
Are we on the ship yet, Martin?
We're on the ship.
Yeah. Oh no, I think we've got. Yeah, I think that was a picture of a cabin, wasn't it?
Yeah,
it was.
Was it a shelf?
Okay, so here we are.
We're on the ship.
You should have me now. Oh wait, one more. You should have me there to. You should have me there to pull it up, right?
Yep. Beautiful photo.
You got my picture. That's mine. That one, Pete.
No, he hasn't. You're not pulling me up, Pete.
There you go, John.
There you go.
Oh, sorry, I put you up, did I? Oh, duh. I so enjoyed your photos, Martin, that I thought I would ignore John.
So here's my cabin, just the standard NCL. They don't seem to update them, but it was it had the 2-seat sofa and a real nice bed put together for me, and nothing but And of course, NCL, because of my status, great to, I had about 3 of these delivered through the cruise and 3 bottles of their infamous $1.59 sparkling wine. And the first place I headed was the Chinese style restaurant, and had these, of course, I don't know, mediocre. They were good.
Chilly's calling time, but we're going to carry on, Chilly. We're going to carry on. We're going to go past our time date.
Chilly, I wanted to hold it for another day, and they said no, so I get to go. I get to go. He promised.
Come back on that, Chilly. Come back on that. Go carry on, John.
So, see, you guys are taking pictures of, I don't know, old buildings that are crumbling and everything, and this one was the one. We're remaking one of these for a customer. I thought that, the circular chocolate on the top was great.
John?
Yeah.
Our amigo, Martin, has gone.
Where'd he go?
A runner. He's gone.
I thought this was pretty nice. This is leaving. This is down to Malaga. There's Malaga there. Don't you like that?
Lovely. Beautiful. Wow. Don't we wish we could see that again? Martin, I hope you're going to come back. I blame Chilly, by the way. He called time, and Martin probably got confused. Chilly, it's your fault.
Yeah. You see this ship over here?
Yep.
That is owned by Mr. Allen. Mr. Allen's one of the big, I kind of think is it Cisco routers or something? He's one of those guys.
Martin's back. We thought you'd done a runner, Martin.
No, the dog pulled the connection out.
The dog? You got your dog, you got Chilly's cat. What is going on, guys?
You need to get a pet. You need to get a pet. He's underneath the desk. Sorry, guys.
And here was my favorite picture of the whole ship. There's my ship, the Epic, docked next to us.
Wow.
But I didn't take the Epic because the Epic was going to Puerto Rico. It's not coming to America anymore. And I just didn't want to make the jump from Puerto Rico to America and then have to get all the way back up, to Minnesota. The irony is there's a gentleman that I met 5-6 years ago on the Jade, my first trip on the Jade. He's a retired United Airlines flight attendant, lives in Hawaii, and we've always been hooked up together. He was on the ship with you, Peter. You met him. He was on the Epic.
Wow.
And
if I'd known that, I would have talked about free flights.
Say again?
I should have asked him about a free flight, shouldn't I?
Well, no, he's a retired, not so much with the free stuff anymore, but, and as I look down the Epic here, I can see every room that I've had on that ship.
He's been in every room, by the way. John has been in every room on that ship. Just so you know.
There's
not that he was staying there. He just goes in them.
This was my work desk. All of you guys go cruising for fun. I put in at least a 6-hour day every day running my companies. So, but this is just the most beautiful. I just love it. I work through the night because that's daytime back here, So, oh my God, are you hearing that? Tell me you're not hearing that.
No, we're not.
It makes us wonder what we should be hearing.
Yeah, probably the sound of waves, I think, Martin. What do you think?
This religious guy calls me every day with a new prophecy. No, none of them have come true yet. So this is that year, Barcelona. Then we went down to, help me. Come on, Martin.
We can't help you.
No, it's the 17th state of Germany. And then over to Malaga. Anyway, here we are approaching Gibraltar.
Wow. We want to do this again, don't we?
Oh, man, I'm just hungry now. I did not
Makes
care
my
for this.
KFC I'm having shortly seem like not very good.
I'm sorry.
It makes my KFC I'm going for shortly not seem very good.
Yeah. You know, this is like.
No, I'm sorry, Martin. KFC sounds fantastic to me.
Oh, steak.
Oh
Oh.
no.
Oh.
John's a foodie, by the way, as you can tell.
Well, it's my business. You know, it's my business. This is.
I need another drink.
This one was good. This is what I have it. This is my snacker. I take this on the boat with me. That they always let me on with this. I tell them I'm a diabetic. So let's see. This night we had short rib ragu, country fried chicken, baked walleye. You can't have a walleye cod. It's either a walleye or it's a cod. That's like saying a Ford Chevrolet. Potato gnocchi, Chinese style barbecue. I ordered both the rib ragu and the Chinese style barbecued pork to try that night. Their French onion soup was mediocre. This was okay.
Okay. Wait till you get your Kentucky, Martin. Sorry, KFC.
Yeah.
They can't call it chicken anymore, can they? I know.
Oh.
That's not true. Wherever you heard that from, please do not. That was pork knuckle. That was really good. These are two sisters that I am still friends with. She has the one on the left is fighting cancer. They both have those 3-wheeled motorcycles where the 2 wheels are in front called spiders. I don't know if you know of them. But one lives in North Carolina, one lives in Florida, and they would have come up here to see me if it wasn't for this virus thing. So this is why I go cruising, you guys. This is my typical morning brought to my cabin every day to start the day. This was a bad ride. This was a bad cruise that I was on, this one.
Is that the Titanic?
No, it's the William Edward Ryan. She went down. It went down.
You want it, will you?
This gentleman owns, this gentleman to the left owns travel agencies in Rio de Janeiro, lives in Florida. Oh, morning. That was a quiet morning on the lake.
Beautiful.
Wow.
Beautiful. Yeah. So anyway, that's you wanted to know my favorite cruise. I would tell you my favorite cruise is out in front of me, but my next favorite cruise was the one that I came across on the Norwegian Star. But my biggest problem was that I paid $350 for internet, and I got $3.50 of value for that.
Wow. Is that your last photo, John?
I'm sorry?
Is that the last photo from that?
I'm stopping there because we're out on the water now. So.
Wow. Okay. We normally go for an hour. We've gone, Martin, blame you. We've gone past the hour. Nothing to do with me talking like crazy.
Yeah, but we cut other ones short, so you know.
I just want to say, come closer to the cam. They want to see your face, Martin. Come closer.
Yeah, and we're going to get him a real microphone on his head here too. So.
Last orders. Yeah, absolutely. I just want to say thank you, everybody, for watching. I want to welcome Amigo Martin to our new on-screen Cruise Amigos. I hope you've enjoyed, everybody. Hi, Tyler. You've missed us. We're going. The Tyler Show out, yeah? And welcome as our new Amigo, yeah? And I hope everybody has enjoyed Chillies Bar, yeah? Because Chillies Bar has been going absolutely mad with loads of comments. And every single week, Chillie is hopefully going to be hosting Chillies Bar. And wouldn't we want a cocktail like that, eh? Pina colada. What we would do for that. So thank you, everybody, for watching the show today. We will be back next Sunday at the same time with Amigo Martin, Amigo John, and Chillies Bar. And we will see you then, guys. Ladies, cheers.
Bye.
Bye.